Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Lift Shit Get Banged podcast. You are joined by Coach Sophia today doing a solo episode, and bitches, we are back. I feel like I have lots of explaining to do because if you are a regular listener, you're probably thinking, where the fuck have you guys been? It's been a hot minute. And all will be revealed. I'm afraid I don't actually have that much drama and gossip for you. It has simply been the case of we planned a little bit of a break anyway, so that we can reset, refresh, get some new ideas together, make improvements to the pod. And before we head off on our break, we actually batch recorded a big old chunk of episodes for you guys. Lo and behold, guess who buggered up the audio on those episodes? Got to the end of the batch recording and realised that I had used the wrong cable and we couldn't hear a single thing on any of the episodes. Now we live and learn. We live and learn, ladies and gents. Am I going to triple check the cables and the recording for the next remaining podcast recordings forevermore? Yes, I absolutely will. And a life lesson that I was reminded of is to never assume. So, in short, a combination of reminding myself that my strengths are coaching and not my technical skills, but we are back in business and really looking forward to getting back to it. We've got some amazing ideas for the next few episodes, the next season ahead, and very soon, my lovely, amazing, brilliant, calm, gentle, charismatic, funny, sometimes co-host Ben will be rejoining me. Soon come as well, we're going to be having a new studio, which is really exciting. We've got lots of guests, which you want to bring onto the pod as well. So loads of exciting shit to come, and we cannot wait to share it with you. And I feel like I owe you guys a bit of a life update. What's been going on in the life of Ben and Sophia over the last few weeks. And I will let Ben actually give you an update in the next podcast episode because, well, I just feel like it's juicier from him. He can give you all of the hot details. The life of Sophia at the moment, I am technically still nomading. I mean, if we want to call it nomading, I'm sofa surfing. Nomading, I think, is the glamorous term. For those of you that don't know, I'm still in the process of buying a house, and buying a house takes a fucking long time. Anyone who is just about to do it or has gone through that process will know. You would assume that the whole ordeal would be over in a matter of months. Oh no. No, that shit takes time. But it's actually been really nice because between August of last year to now, I have done some traveling. I have been staying with friends and trying on different people's lives, which I think has actually been really interesting. It's been quite eye-opening to my routines and what other people's lives look like. And I've actually taken some really interesting life lessons from this time. It's also meant that I've been able to spend a lot of time with my friends and my family, which I'm sure they're all fed up of me at this point. But I feel incredibly grateful to be able to spend that quality time with them and actually be in their company and have some really special moments that I may not have had if I wasn't going through this process of waiting for somewhere to live. So it's been chaotic, to say, nonetheless, but an amazing 8 months. And during that time for my training, I've really just been focusing on consistency. I have been training in a multitude of different gyms. I think I'm at gym number 8 or 9 now. I've been training in different countries, in different cities. I got myself a commercial gym pass at Basic Fit in France when I was there. Back in the UK, I've been using the gym. I did dip into using a couple of Muscle Hut gyms at some points as well, which are based in Kent. That's the gym that I used to PT from. Big up Muscle Hut Medway. And I've not been particularly striving for huge competitive goals in my training. It has been to maintain a structure, maintain a routine. If I can train 2 to 3 times a week, I'm happy with that. My baseline has also been making sure that I'm staying consistent with my steps regularly, that I'm getting in a good protein serving per meal that I'm having, that I'm keeping on top of my fruit and veg, that I'm getting enough sleep, and really dialing into the absolute basics. And being able to do that across the last 8 months has meant that I have been able to maintain not only my physique, but my strength. I have loosely maintained my scale weight during that time. Not that that was a huge goal for me, but I didn't also want to head in the direction of piling on the pounds because my routine had gone out of the window. And a reminder to anybody that has a chaotic next few months ahead, or you have lots of upcoming travels, or maybe you're traveling for work, just a reminder that actually focusing on the basics, sticking to what we actually call your baseline or non-negotiable habits, even if it isn't as extreme or that 100% that you would normally give, or maybe that you've done before when your diary has been clear, they are the things that enable you to maintain, that enable you to keep the momentum going, that enable you to stay consistent. And it means that then when your diary does free up, so for example, when I do get the house and I'm feeling more settled, I will be able to simply pick up and add on top of those goals. I can then push myself a little bit more, and it means that I've not been starting from scratch. I've not undone any progress. I wouldn't have lost any strength. And even though I haven't massively made strides forward, it is really important to know that those maintenance periods are just as important, if not more. And the real key to being consistent through the chaotic times that life brings us, because I promise you, there is never a period in life where everything is perfect and everything is smooth sailing. Knowing how to pivot and work around those hurdles rather than feeling like you're not doing enough and stopping and starting all of the time, that is the magic key to consistency over time. Now, I actually wasn't going to be talking about this today. I wanted to share with you some updates on the live day that we had yesterday as well. It was so exciting. So we hosted a lifting event at Sisu Gym in Medway, and it was such a fucking vibe. Getting to meet you guys in person is always my favorite part of what we do, because it's one thing, one of you guys telling us about your journey and your wins, your developments, things that you're super fucking proud of, changes that have happened in your life through a screen or through a phone call or through a Zoom call. But seeing you in person, getting to hug you, chat to you, get the energy, get the vibe, lift together, have a laugh together. Honestly, it just brings pure joy to my heart. And I promised my clients that I wouldn't cry yesterday. I actually didn't, to be fair. I think probably because I've had so much caffeine and I was just focused on leading the workouts and making sure that everyone was lifting safely and having a good time. Maybe I didn't have time for tears, but I definitely had lots of moments where I was looking at you lot and thinking how fucking blessed we are to work with incredible people. Me personally being able to work alongside Rachel, alongside Coach Ben. Ben actually wasn't there yesterday. He was skiving off. It's his wife's birthday, so he skived yesterday's event. But just thinking about how blessed I am to be working with a team of coaches with the same morals as me, that we want to support our clients, and actually the community that we have built is so fucking special. And everybody at yesterday's lifting event either tried a new lift for the first time. For a lot of people, it was a conventional deadlift. A lot of people hadn't deadlifted ever before and learned how to do it yesterday. And even those people that had already done a deadlift, a bench press, or a barbell back squat hit huge personal bests in their training. And it was so special. Everyone being together, cheering each other on, supporting each other, sharing stories about wins, about struggles, and honestly, just all of you guys being together is so fucking cool. So I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody that showed up yesterday. Know that there is so much love there. We are so grateful for all of our clients and the amazing community that we have built because, okay, yes, Rachel runs the shit. She does the live calls. She does the event. She runs the app, and all of us together, we have, built that community. But without you guys, it wouldn't be as special as it is. And you are the bread and butter of what we are doing here. So if you listen to the podcast, if you are on the Bits app, if you are one of our Blitz Your Bits clients, if you are one of our one-to-one clients, thank you. And I cannot wait for the next few events that we have got on the cards. We are aiming to do them now every 8 weeks. We have an amazing new member of the team, Anna, who is Rachel's sister, and she's going to be taking over the event organisation because actually we were finding it really difficult to plan in the events effectively. Would be bodging things together super last minute and being like, fuck, it's coming up in 3 weeks and we haven't told anyone, or just not being able to put the effort in that we wanted to. We want to make the events really special for you guys, and we were finding it quite difficult to manage that alongside working with you guys one-to-one and the client work that we do. So we've got a new member of the team, Anna, and she's going to be doing all of the amazing background work so that we can get the events absolutely banging. We want to do more hiking events. We want to do more climbing events. We had some really cool events up north last year, which we want to continue with. We want to get more across the UK, so we're not just in Kent. And we've done a few already, but making sure that we can make that more regular as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that over on our Instagram page. If you're not following us already, what are you doing? You can follow us at the Henley Fitness Lifting Club on Instagram or following Henley Fitness, and you will find lots of content and client stories from the Henley Fitness family. Now, moving on swiftly to the unfucking your fitness. I'm going to work on that segment this week because there is something that I do really want to talk about. What I actually wanted to talk to you guys about today. And it is fat loss hacks or fitness hacks or muscle gaining hacks, and always trying to find the easy way out, the easiest method. And the Unfucking Your Fitness segment is all about trends that we've seen online, things that we have seen that we've thought that is a fucking joke. And something that grinds my gears is the constant pushing of programs, of coaching, of workouts that are quick hacks. So, for example, the one ab workout that got me abs in 2 weeks, 10 fat loss hacks that got me to lose 5 kilos in 10 days. I lost X amount of weight after changing just one thing, the fastest way to lose fat, all of these quick fixes. And I am here to remind you, and this is going to sound a little bit David Goggins, but sometimes we have to speak the savage truth, is that number one, when did it become so normal for everything to have to feel easy in order for us to get it done? Because fat loss technically is simple. There are lots of different caveats here, but the simple premises is, once again, without sounding like too much of a wanker, is that we want to be moving more and eating a little bit less. Now, there is so much that comes into play here. We're thinking hormones, we're thinking energy levels, we're thinking moods, we're thinking menopause, we're thinking life schedules, we're thinking kids, work commitments, time, energy. I think I already said energy, access to equipment, injuries, relationship with food, big one, mental health, all of the different elements here that we coach and support our clients through. But the premises is that fat loss in itself is relatively simple. But does that mean that it's easy? No. It is far from easy, it's fucking hard. And if you want to make change to your lifestyle, to your routine, to your body, to your fitness, okay, yes, the premises of what we're doing here is simple, but it is actually challenging. We're doing new things that we've maybe not done before. We're learning new skills. We're pushing out of our comfort zone. We are unlearning. We are unlearning habits and behaviors that we have potentially had our entire lives. And that takes time. That takes effort. And there are so many hacks and blueprints and promises online. But the truth is that actually getting good results and results that will be able to last you a lifetime will take hard work. And it will also take time and it will take patience. And you can't have that amazing outcome without putting the effort in to get there. Getting strong as fuck takes hard work. Losing body fat takes hard work. Improving your relationship with food takes hard work. Making lifestyle change and changes to your routine takes hard work. But here is the cool part. The cool part is putting in effort is fucking cool. It should feel cool. It should feel sexy. It should feel great knowing that you are actively trying to make changes to your life, that you are actively trying to push yourself out of your comfort zone, and to be able to say that you achieved something incredible because you worked hard at it should be celebrated so much more. We love to see our clients working hard and celebrating the results that they get from doing so. And if a client has had a difficult week and they've said, life has been absolutely manic this week, but I really tried. I actively tried to get to sleep on time so I could proactively get up and get to the gym. And I really didn't want to do it, but I did. But you know what? I got to the end of the week and I felt so accomplished. I felt so proud of myself. I now have trust in myself that I can do that thing and that I can push myself out of my comfort zone. That is the shit that we should be celebrating. I am bloody fed up with the online culture always pushing that things don't have to be hard, always pushing that things shouldn't be hard and that we have to find a hack and we have to find this one perfect thing to fix my body. And actually, it's doing people a disservice and selling the dream that making long-lasting results and long-lasting change is quick and easy when it isn't. But that is what we are here to support you with. And majority of our clients, we might run through an 8-week program, yes, to kickstart particular habits or get into a flow of exercising regularly, on learning more about nutrition. But a large percentage of our clients will then finish that 8-week program and they will move over to one-to-one coaching with us. they will maybe continue and do another 1 or 2 rounds or even 3, 4 rounds of blitz your bit, so we can reinforce those habits, so we can navigate hurdles together, so we can work on long-term change and learning those new behaviors, replacing old ones and building that new lifestyle takes time and it takes hard work. And I promise you that 90% of people, and don't get me wrong, there are some people that might be able to get their heads down for 8 weeks and be like, yeah, that's me. I'm a disciplined queen. And honestly, hats off to those people because there are some that do. But for the majority of us, it does take longer than 8 weeks. It takes more than one simple hack. And actually, we might not want to do it the fastest possible because we actually want to learn from that experience. Versus coming away from the program, coming away from the diet, and not having a fucking clue how to actually navigate real life situations. And going through the tough times is where you learn. It's where you learn through those experiences. You learn how to pivot, you learn how to adapt, you learn how to continue and be consistent. And that is where the hard work is put in. So here's to a bit more of celebrating that putting in the hard work and actually being open about the effort that you are putting in and the struggles that you have had and talking about it more and not downplaying it. And an example of this right now, it's a Sunday. I don't want to be recording a fucking podcast episode. I would much rather be sipping on a spicy marg out with the girls or maybe vegging in bed watching Netflix. But you know what I did today? I got up. Actually, I picked up my friend from a location that I will not name after a situation with a man that I will not name. So that was my first point of call, sorting out the man drama and having a debrief coffee and breakfast. But after that, I did go to the gym, even though I didn't want to. I'm here recording the podcast with you right now, even though I can't be asked. This evening, I will take myself out for my walk, not because I want to, because I know that it's going to be really good for my mental health. It's going to set me up for the week and that it means that I'm going to get my daily movement in. And if I look back to times where I have really taken my training, my physique, I've maybe got super lean, I've had to push into the deep, dark depths of doing the hard shit. Training when I didn't want to, saying no to things that I wanted to say yes to perhaps, doing extra cardio when I couldn't be asked. And I'm not saying that everybody does need to go to those extremes. A lot of you guys are potentially looking for lifestyle change that is actually finding that happy medium that you can be consistent with. But that doesn't mean that we are cruising at the bare minimum. We do still want to push you out of your comfort zone. And my favorite mantra is that in order to see change, something has to change. And that means pushing out of your comfort zone in order to do so. And if we are cruising at the bare minimum and it doesn't feel like we are putting a lot of effort in and it feels easy and you're like, I'm kind of just cruising along. For example, we're hitting the bare minimum steps. We are sometimes making good choices, but actually we don't have a lot of structure at the weekends and we're going out, partying, drinking, eating crap all of the time. Maybe we're half-assing and showing up for maybe one session a week, but it's not a great one. And then we go 2 weeks and we don't train. And you're putting in that kind of bare minimum effort. It's likely that we're going to see bare minimum change. You really do get out what you put in. And this will look different for everybody. Everybody has a different level of output or number of times they're training a week or calorie deficit if you're doing fat loss or the amount of steps that you're doing if you're looking to improve your activity levels or the amount of times that you can do cardio, your sleep routine. Like everyone's maximum and minimum looks entirely different. So this is very individual to you. But knowing that if you are putting in bare minimum effort, chances are that you are also likely to see bare minimum change. And personally, if I look back at my journey, I feel fucking proud of the things that I have achieved because I know that I have actually worked fucking hard to get there. And I definitely did used to downplay that myself. I used to think it should feel easy. This is a conversation I had with a client a few months ago, actually, and she said, everything feels hard. I feel like it should feel easy. And that is a lie. It is bollocks. And I think that so much of this has come from that social media influencer wanker posting, program selling, hack culture, quick, easy kind of solution that we are constantly looking for. And here is your reminder that it is meant to feel hard. And actually, instead of pretending that that isn't the case, let's celebrate all of the fucking hard work that we are putting in. Quit downplaying it and know that actually achieving cool shit comes from putting the hard work in. It is cool to work hard. It is cool to put the effort in. And if you do want to push out of your comfort zone, you're going to have to work hard to do it. And it might take a long time. And you might be thinking, well, that sounds fucking horrendous. I don't know how to do that. Well, in which case, that is what we are here to help you to do, to push you, to motivate you. For when you are having difficult times, we are there to support you through that. We're there to navigate those tough times with you and hold your hand and guide you through with compassionate coaching and understanding that we have been there as well. And we know how you feel, and we also know how to get you out on the other side. So that is your partial David Goggins TED Talk over. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Live Shit Get Banged podcast. We will see you on the next one. Ciao.